you're taking me higher again. Father, I say, I'm ready, 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 ready. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh Yahweh, Yahweh. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh Yahweh, Yahweh. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh Yahweh, Yahweh. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Wherever you are, I want to have an encounter. Wherever I go, I want to be there. I want to see you in all your glory. Encounter, encounter, encounter. Visit me again, again. Father, visit me again, again. That my life would change forever. Visit me again, again. Whatever you want to do, Yahweh, Yahweh, Yahweh. What you do, why you do, Yahweh, Yahweh, Yahweh. Walelelele, walelelele, whatever you want to do, Yahweh, Yahweh, Yahweh. It's the way that we walk, Yahweh, Yahweh, Yahweh. It's the way we feel, Yahweh, Yahweh, Yahweh. Walelelele, walelelele, encounter, encounter. Wherever you are, I want to have an encounter. Wherever I go, I want to meet it. I want to see you in all your glory. Encounter, encounter, encounter. Visit me again, again. Father, visit me again, again. That my life will change forever. Visit me again, again.
Joyful and triumphant, oh come ye, to Bethlehem. Come and behold him, born the King of angels. Come, let us adore him.
Oh, come, let us adore him.
Oh, come, let us adore him.
Come, let us adore him. Come, let us adore him. Christ the Lord. Oh, sing the choirs of angels. Sing it, in exaltation. Sing, oh ye saints of heaven above. Glory to God in the highest. Yes.
Adore him.
Oh, come, let us adore him.
Oh, come, let us adore him.
Come, let us adore him.
Come, let us adore him.
Christ the Lord. Come and adore him. Come and behold him face to face.
Face to face.
Lord, we will praise you. We will exalt your holy name.
Come, let us adore him.
Oh, come, let us adore him.
Come, let us adore him.
Let us adore him.
entertainment, information, conversation. All on Street 91.9 FM, the official station that defends the nation. Broadcasting from Trinidad to the world, the Street919FM.com.
Trinidad, to leave here, boy, you must be mad. This is the land of milk and honey, rum and coke and easy money. While those verses we were singing, alarm bells kept on ringing, pundits on each pulpit saying, oh, heart and our soul decaying. Suddenly we wake up to a living nightmare, not bliss while editorial fast. How did we ever come to this? But so long we hear it, you got to stand up and be counted. For daily we're intimidated. Every day our next witness silence, while we recoil from the violence. In our land there is a crisis, broke police, unruly ISIS, while sweet revenge gangs exacting. Police commissioner still acting Trinbago. It's time. We separate the goat from the sheep. Tell them talk is cheap. Reporting the world when we have to reap. While them police busy playing hide and seek. We're facing the world when we had to read. Hey. Oh yeah. Oh.
This is the Street 919 FM COVID-19 updates. In case you missed it, the latest COVID positive cases in TNT as of November 16, 2021 stands at new positive cases 414, total active cases 7,171, total recovered patients 54,028. Total positive cases for COVID-19 as of March 2020 to present, 63,084. Follow the Ministry of Health COVID-19 protocols. Wear your mask, sanitize, social distance, and avoid gatherings. A message from the Street 919 FM.
Share the live. The Street 919 FM on Facebook and Instagram. Share the live. Iwer George on Instagram. Share the live. Iwer TV and Street TV on YouTube. Share the live. The Street 919 FM.
Jesus Christ, what we say? When will we stop falling into the same trap? Oh, when will mankind learn to see? That the further we stray from Jehovah's roadmap is the more we invite in misery. There's no better way in this world for peace and total rest. Tried and tested, Christ's way is the best. No philosophy, no creed could ever supersede what the Holy Bible, wonderful oracle, showing the people. Oh yeah, and two shall be in the field, one shall be taken. Oh yeah, two shall be at the wheel, only one will fly. Every stone shall be upturned and false doctrine shaken, while God's truth and his people are lifted high. Yeah, the Father never needed religion or systems of it. His word stands on its own and proves its worth. Yesterday, today, forever. God's promises changes never. And true government is when God leads the leader. Lead them on, yeah. so plain and simple. Religion, it has sentenced God to death. With falsehood and folly, they blindfold simple people for power and the profit that they get. Some would burn you at the stake, rack you and wheel you out for mere denial or even doubt. With violence and bribery they try, is your soul they want to buy. But Jesus said come freely, all who labor and are weary, come rest in me. Christ say rest in me. And I say two shall be in the field, one shall be chosen. Oh yeah, two shall be at the wheel, only one will fly. Man, every stone shall be upturned and false government shaken, while God's truth and his people are lifted high, so high. The Father never needed religion or systems of earth. His truth stands on its own and proves its worth. Yesterday, today, forever. God's statutes changes never. No man true government is when God leads my leaders. Oh, oh yeah. True government is when God instructed the leader. You're listening to the Father. Oh, oh, oh. Will hear me lament for true government, from the president to the parliament, transforming the government, yeah. Affecting the vagrant on the pavement. We want a leader that is heaven sent. Oh, oh, oh. Mathematicians, physicians, politicians, atheists, etc. deny God or decide to just patronize. Hey, they tolerate Christianity as just a social matter, to bury, for marriage, and to baptize. Hey man, check the first two presidents of the United States of America. They were Orthodox, practicing Christians, because the mysteries of God's plan are nonsense to carnal man. The master say walk by faith, never to extrapolate, cause he's too great. I know he's too great. And I say two shall be in the field, one shall be chosen. Yeah, yeah. Two shall be at the wheel, only one will fly. Man, every stone shall be upturned and false government shaken to the root, while God's truth and his people are lifted high, so high. The Father never needed religion or systems of earth. No, his word stands on its own and proves its worth. Yesterday, today, forever. God's statutes changes never. Oh man, true government is when God leading the leader, instructing the leader. We want a government that's tried and true to represent me and you from the Christian crew. Without a word from God, what we gonna do? We want a man from the chosen few. Oh, 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 oh. Somebody love somebody. That is when God leads the leader. It was always true messengers of God's salvation who ruled over the earth's political fate. Oh yeah, but no thanks to the emergence of secular humanism. They separating the church from the state. Ask King David, Joshua, Samuel, Solomon, all these great folks. They knew government without God is guesswork. Without prophetic words to guide, the leader bound to slip and slide. So you know when all is said and done, they got to know the Holy One to lead my generation, my congregation. Two shall walk in the field, one shall be judged.
Very, I don't know. This song is just so applicable to what we're going to talk about. Today I wanted to just touch on an issue that was raised yesterday. An issue that was raised yesterday, coming to the end of my program, we had a caller who called in and say that this radio station most of the times focus on Miss Bissessa and they too much. And
they were saying that we need to focus on the achievements of this government and what this government was able to do. Well, forget the UNC and just focus on what you did. And I would say, while I understand what you're saying and while I understand what some people are saying, where that is concerned, there is also the flip side to that. The flip side to that is sometimes people someone said to me, when you play that song, you take me back to the days of your late night show. Oh yeah. Yeah, that was the foundation song. That was the foundation song. Yeah, so I wanted to talk about, so the caller said that, we take too much time focusing on or the ills of Miss Bisesande, the ills of Miss Bisesande. That's what the person said, and we should focus more on the achievements of the People's National Movement. And while I understand and accept what you're saying, there's a flip side to that, because statements that are made by the UNC from time to time about revolution and statements about the government, lies that they put out there for some people to believe, are sometimes needed to be highlighted. While I understand that, yes, you need to talk about what you are achieving, what are some of your achievements, even though, as I was saying to a friend yesterday, even though I would have shown some of the achievements of this government, I showed their plans and I showed how some of the work that they are doing and stuff like that, and what is on the way. Sometimes when you do all of that, some people don't care about that. You don't even get. If I was to start to show, if I really, all right, and I'll show you clearly. I want to show you something that the government is planning to do in Tobago. All right? I'm going to show you some of the things that they plan to do, some of the things that they have done in Tobago. Join me on the live now to see what is happening in Tobago, what they plan to do for Tobago. But I want to say that I think that not highlighting the ills, because sometimes Trinidadians just forget. And sometimes when you talk to people and you remind them, they say, oh, did I forget that? Because there are some people who are ready to give the UNC another chance. There are some people who in Tobago are ready to give PDP a chance. And when you bring back and you remind people of, hey, but look what this person did. Look what that person said. Look how that person handled this. Look how that person handled that. They would be like, oh gosh, I forget that. And I have met people like that before who are willing to give the opposition a chance because they don't like this and they're fed up with that. I'll draw an example. There's a pastor who I am aware of who said that he predicted that Dr. Rowley will win. But because Dr. Rowley don't want to open up the churches to 100% and make the churches a safe zone, he is cursing out the Prime Minister. And my thing is, and I understand, and don't get me wrong, yes, you can show the achievements of this government, but I don't think that we should ignore the opposition. This is just me. I do not think that they should just totally ignore the opposition. Because when you bring up and you highlight what the opposition is planning to do, when you remind people that into the beginning of this pandemic, the opposition was calling on the government to implement a state of emergency. You see, some of you may not believe me when I say that because I don't have, if I don't show a video of it. And when I play back a video of it, then you will say, oh gosh, yeah boy. But then some people would say, don't study that, forget them. Don't talk about them, just talk about what you do. But when you only talk about what you do, people don't care. There are some people who don't care about what you do. There are some people who would say, yeah, we know you do that, yeah, we know you do that. But what's wrong with your position? Nothing wrong with them until when you play something and you remind them, then they just say, oh yeah, boy, you know, I forget about that. So, let me remind you. Let me remind you. When the pandemic started, Dr. Rowley was operating based on, he would call it, he would appeal to the consciousness and he would appeal to the heart of the people about the pandemic. And he did that. He appealed to them, he appealed to their heart, he appealed to their minds, he appealed to their spirit, and the people listened. And there are some people who said, yes, Dr. Rowley handled this pandemic really well. Right? And the opposition was calling for a state of emergency. I remember 2 talk show hosts on another frequency who are senior talk show hosts to me were calling on the government to bring a state of emergency. And they were agreeing with the opposition that we need a state of emergency. They never got it. We never got it. We went through our elections. The PNM won the election. The spike, we got a spike, a real terrible spike. In cases, Dr. Rowley still tried, and then they said, okay, here what? We had to lock it down. The opposition back then, you understand? They were not adverse to the lockdown. It's the second lockdown they started to get upset for. But again, how many of you remember that? How many of you? Now today, or yesterday, when Dr. Rowley would have stopped the SOE and stuff like that, they abstain. Making sense. Make it make sense, as they say. So my thing is, this government, while they have a lot of achievements to show, which I showed last week, Wednesday, right? And I will continue to show every Wednesday some of their achievements, but I will also show why Ms. Bissessa they're not ready. That's my view. So the caller said that we focus too much on the opposition. And my reasoning on that, I can't talk for any other announcer. I could talk for me. My reasoning for that is that Trinidadians does forget. Trinidadians does forget. Even if I was to play back a clip now and show you all something, a lot of people open the phone lines and say, you remember this? A lot of you would say, oh good, I forget that. And a lot of you, and the sad thing about it is that you cannot just judge it based on the listeners alone. There are a lot of people. We have short memory. Why you think Ms. Bissessa believes that she can go back up for elections? Why you think Ms. Bissessa still talking about Petrochin and still talking about other stuff? Because she believes that you all have already forgotten. So that is why we will remind you and we will bring it up. We are in a pandemic and people telling us, don't talk about what the opposition is saying. But the opposition saying that she's going to call a rally on the 12th of December. We shouldn't talk about that. Forget Ms. Bissassa them, forget the UNC. Don't study them. Talk about what you're doing and what you're going to do. But how could you call a rally in a pandemic? You serious? And we mustn't talk about that. Forget the opposition. Forget about what I'm talking about. Forget what I'm planning to do. You serious? This is just and I'm going to open up the phone lines and I'm going to give people opportunity to talk and share their view. But also, one of the callers called and said that the fella who talked about the food card in Tobago should step down. Hey, I have a different view. If you want to go down that road of high moral standards and morality, let we get real. There are some people who sitting in government position who shouldn't be sitting there if you're going down that road to talk about that thing. And while again I try to strike the balance where we talk about the achievements of the government, if I open up, I would show it and you wouldn't get a song. I wouldn't even cross 200 on YouTube or Facebook by showing the achievements of the government. But if I show a bacchanal video, I'll get 400, 500. Because people want to be reminded. Hello, good afternoon. Hello?
Yeah. Hello, Pastor Google?
Yes?
Yes. Hi, good afternoon to you and all Constructive Talk listeners, everybody. Pastor Google, fire that we that used to cook food with it good. It gives you warmth, it cooks food, and it does a lot of things. However, if you don't tell children or people the dangers of fire, then how will they know? Because fire is the same fire that you just cook food with and keep you warm, all that does burn down place. People get second degree burn, first degree burn. So the point I'm making is this. While you highlight the good that this government has done, you also have to remind people about the things that the opposition have done also, so that there's a balance. But coming every day to say what the PNM has done, it could be very repetitive without something else to balance it out. And you have to tell them, you have to let people know the reason why PNM is in office and doing XYZ is because the opposition and these are the things that they were saying when they were there. That is why people didn't vote for them again. And remember it. So to those who find that talking about the ills of UNC, the ills of Watson, PDP is too tiresome and people fed up at their people because your listenership is across a wide different socioeconomic backgrounds, religious backgrounds, political backgrounds, whatever it is. And you have to cater to some extent for a wide a wide audience. And that audience will make up people who want to hear the bacchanal, who want to hear the couture, who want to hear positive talk, who want to hear statistics. So you have to be all round. And I don't see nothing in you trying to bring what the UNC would have done before and also bring the good that the PNM have done. So I am comfortable with the program you're running. People may disagree, but it is what it is. Sorry.
Thank you very much.
The Father never needed religion or systems of earth. His truth stands on its own and proves its worth.
Hello, good afternoon. Hello, good afternoon. Hello, good afternoon. Okay, I don't know. I'm not hearing you. I don't know what's happening there. All right, I don't know what's happening there. We're going to try and fix that before we're going to get ready to go for a break in a short bit. Hello, good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon, Pastor.
All right, good afternoon.
Yeah, Pastor Google. In 2010, the East-West Corridor voted for UNC. In this year now, we need to people in Tobago, we are voting for the PDP. What's wrong with that? Tell me that. What's wrong with that?
Why are you voting? Why? Who is this? So I'm going to ask you why you're voting for the PDP and you hang up? So I don't understand that. Okay. All right. All right, so I'm going for a break and come back. When I come back from the break, I'll continue to take your calls and 342-0081 771-1791. Hello, good afternoon. All right. So I'm going for a break and come back to Trinidad and Tobago. Don't touch your dial. I think my break is upon me right now.
This is Wayne Delamore, Head Consultant and Director of Natural Health Solution. With over 15 years of experience in clinical nutrition and microscopy, we specialize in early detection and prevention. We incorporate evidence-based nutrition and science-driven analysis. Tune in to our educational program every Wednesday at 9:05 to 9:55 a.m. right here on the street 91.9 FM. For appointments, call 222-2189 or 304-5816. At Natural Health Solutions, we offer a natural solution to healthy living.
Welcome the Christmas holidays this year with quality and attractive furniture from Stylus Furniture Limited. 2 locations, 51 Rushwood Street, San Fernando, and 101 Crackness Village in Princestown. Select from a wide range of contemporary furniture to enhance your homes. Now open on Sundays from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Call today, 652-2542. Season's greetings to all our customers and friends from Stylus Furniture Limited. Stylus Furniture Limited. For this time in you.
The Huddle Room reopens in partnership with Maracas Bake and Shock on Monday, October 18th. That's right, seaside flavor is in Central. Bake and Shock, aloo pies, kingfish, shrimp, and a daily menu of lunchtime favorites like stew chicken, macaroni pie, curry chicken, pilau, and so much more. Follow The Huddle Room and taste Maracas on social media. Bake and Shock is served from 10 a.m. and lunches from 11 a.m. We'll see you and your taste buds on Monday. The Huddle Room and Maracas Bake and Shock, the best of both worlds.
Larry, I see you bring the White Oak. Nice. Candace, it's 2 bottles of Forest Park you bring? You playing with fire, girl? Amanda, the ham you bring looking so good. Brian, what you bring?
I bring joy.
What?
Joy. She's my new girlfriend. Bring the joy to the Christmas line with Angostura rum. From classic dishes to the cocktail glasses, White Oak, Forest Park, and Fernanda's Black Label. Add more enjoyment to the season. Plus, buy any bottle and get a chance to win a family Christmas dinner, complete with a personal mixologist. Follow us on social media for details. Bring the joy with Angostura. You are the gift. Wear a mask, keep a safe distance, and enjoy responsibly.
From the studio to the stage, every Friday between 3 to 4 p.m. Right here on the street, 919 FM. Radio you can see. Log on to our Facebook and YouTube so you can see live interviews and performances from some of our very own local superstars. Right here on the street, 919 FM.
Make a right. Then, hold on. Mrs. Claus sent a WhatsApp. The elves are hungry. Pick up a Royal Castle Queen bucket, a King bucket, some royal wings, a family meal, a few combos, some extra delicious coleslaw, crinkle-cut fries, potato salad, and a snack box for yourself. Oh, and don't forget that delicious honey mustard sauce. It's really lashing. Okay, Rudolph, let's get that delicious local Trini flavor. Royal Castle, here we come. Royal Castle is the local something that makes it all taste better. Happy holidays from Royal Castle.
If you're experiencing pain, constipation, headaches, poor blood circulation, high or low blood pressure, diabetes, cancer, swollen or darkened feet, come visit us at Health and Wealth Lifestyle, located at 73 Eastern Main Road, Barataria, opposite Eastern Credit Union. We at Health and Wealth Lifestyle offer a wide range of services. Come and experience our new 3D analyzer, which allows you to have a look inside your body. We also provide live blood analysis, iridology, ionic foot detox with foot soak and foot massage, aquatherapy, full body massage, and organic supplements on sale such as Nano Silver, Nano Zinc, Body Light, cold pressed sesame oil, and more. Health and Wealth Lifestyle, located at number 73 Eastern Main Road, Barataria, opposite Eastern Credit Union. For more information, call 275-8359 or 288-1108.
Join Nicole Huggins for Health and Wealth Lifestyle every Monday from 9:05 a.m. to 9:55 a.m. right here on the street 919 FM.
Hey guys, it's Aisha Wells here. Listen up. If you're considering selling or renting your house in Trinidad and Tobago, then call Keelan George with O'Neill's Real Estate Group. He's a good friend of mine and he's been in the business for over 6 years. First, selling real estate in Atlanta, Georgia, and now right here in Trinidad and Tobago. He has a strategic online marketing presence that actually attracts thousands of home buyers and renters. Plus, with his home selling advice and techniques, he's getting homes sold really fast. Keelan will actually guarantee you sell your home, or get this, you can cancel the listing agreement and pay nothing at any time. That's right, you heard me, nothing at any time. Selling your home doesn't have to be stressful, people. Check out www.o'neillrealestatett.com. O'Neill is spelled O-N-E-I-L, or just call Keelan direct at 363-4030. That's 363-4030.
Listen, Dr. Lebe, I want to tell you something, eh? You see that new juice? Hello. It's like me juice. I can make for me the what is the one I drink again? The ginger and lemon and thing. Hello. Dr. Lebe, I thought it was mine over matter. But I find like I have more movements. Yes, I have more movements and freer movements. You understand what I'm saying? I drink the juice, even my voice and all feel better. So a good for your voice and a good for your bowel. So I just want to tell you, thank you very much, Dr. Lebe.
Try U-Juice today. Available at leading supermarkets nationwide or order online at ujuiceroots.com for free delivery.
Turn your lights down low and listen to the Master's Radio.
The Church of the Firstborn Assembly of number 399 Eastern Main Road, Guayco, Sangre Grande, is pleased to present Pastors Morris and Agnes Johnson and guest. Sundays, Tuesdays, and Friday night, Sunday Ministry of Worship, Children Hour, and the Word from 1 p.m. to 6 p.m. Tuesdays, see Jesus in every book of the Bible from Genesis to Revelation from 9 p.m. and Friday night, 9 p.m. to 5 a.m. all night prayer for our nation. Tell your neighbors, tell your friends, tell everyone. For further information, visit with us at www.churchofthefirstbornassembly.org or on Facebook. Email us at church668hope@gmail.com or call us at 753-1113 or 236-7271. Your free gifts and offerings will be greatly appreciated at Church of the Firstborn Assembly, account number 795222 at the First Citizens Bank.
Get in touch with God. Turn your radio on.
This is Bishop Aaron Williams from the Divine Problem Solving International Ministries, inviting you to be part of our broadcast on any given Thursday night from 12 midnight right on to 5 a.m. on Friday morning. And this broadcast is called Early Morning Gospel Market Program. Then we have on Tuesday from 12 noon to 1 p.m. the Holy Ghost Gospel Pharmacy. If you are sick and ill, and you can get from this particular pharmacy, from the pharmacist, the good things of life. Hallelujah. And any Saturday from 10 a.m. to 12 noon, break into the host of the Philistines. Hallelujah. If you are sick and tired of being sick and tired, hearing the babel of false doctrines that you encounter daily, it's about time you get close to God, God's word, direct from his throne room, in the name of Jesus.
God has good plans for his people. Why do you worry so much?
Share the live. Share the live. The Street 919 FM on Facebook and Instagram. Share the live. Iowa George on Instagram. Share the live. Iowa TV and Street TV on YouTube. Share the live. The Street 919 FM.
right, so I'm back with you, Trinidad and Tobago. Let me see if I can go back to the phone lines. Hello, good afternoon. All right. Let me see what's going on here. Hold on, caller. Hold on. Let me see what's happening here. All right. Hello, good afternoon, caller.
Hello?
Yes, you hearing me? Caller, you hearing me?
Yes, I'm hearing you.
All right, go ahead.
Okay. Pastor Google, I am the person that called yesterday. And I am the one I called after the guy made the voice notes was here on the topic today. So I put myself in place because I'm going to come to this today. Now, this is my opinion. Everybody entitled to their own, and I am not telling nobody how to run this show. But I am thinking it is disheartening to hear from one, and it goes on from one program to the other, with the exception of maybe one or two programs. Because sometimes you get up in the morning, you start your morning, and you come on, and you hear the same topic about what the opposition, whichever way you want to put it, whether it's the UNC and their thing, or now it's switched to Duke because of the Tobago election. No, I am not saying I'm not saying we don't want to hear, or you cannot talk about it, or you cannot inform, or you cannot discuss, or you cannot challenge what they're saying, or prove them wrong, or I'm not saying any of that. All of that could be done and have to be done. But what I am saying is, if you start a program, and sometimes some of the programs is 3 hours long, and 90% of the program is on this, because the callers call, and they put you in that direction, and it's the same callers calling all the time, saying more or less the same thing, and you're going down the same road all the time. So that doesn't make sense to me. Whereas I am thinking is there is tact in doing things. I'm not saying come and say what the PNM do all the time, and every day come and say, well, the PNM do this or the PNM. There is tact in doing things. There are how much constituencies in Trinidad and Tobago. There are constituencies with the opposition constituencies, where they have complaints that they want to see things done in their constituencies. There's so much ways to tackle their constituencies where work is being done, good work is being done that needs to be highlighted. There are certain ministers and ministries we don't hear about at all, which needs to be highlighted, and to hear what they to hear and see and know what they are doing. There are so much different levels and different ways of promoting, right? Because I'm not saying because this is not a PNM station. PNM don't own this station. This is Iwer station. And you're supposed to hear all different views by anybody, because it's a open station. But some of the presenters has a leaning for the PNM, and you will expect that their program will going to reflect the leaning they have. But the leaning for the PNM doesn't mean talk about the opposition all the time and mash up the opposition or whatever. They are doing a good job at it for themselves. And they always say, and there is a saying, bad publicity is still publicity. So sometimes what we think we're doing wrong, they must delight in that they're doing the wrong and is highlighted, or whatever negative they're seeing and is highlighted. That might be working for them, that you highlighting them, because they are always irrelevant. They always it's your boys in your meeting.
Yeah, but that's not always true, eh? Well, that's not true, because they will hear that when I highlighting them, in the sense that and Aisha played it the other day on their talk shows. You hear the talk show, you hear the callers calling and saying all sort of things about Aisha and I, because they find that we are highlighting the fake or the misinformation that the UNC put out. But my thing is that even when I sit here, right, I just showing you an example. Even when I sit here and I show what the PNM is doing and what they're doing and what they're planning to do, I get 40 viewers.
Yeah, because
I don't get any calls.
Yeah, because you started something that was going very good a while back with the youth. You can't
remember the young people. But caller, just now. You see, you have to. This is a current affairs radio station. So there are things that you might say, okay, like I might plan to come today to show a video on what the Tobago House of Assembly going to do, right? And how they plan to do it and all of that. And something might come up in the news. Something might have happened last night. Something might have been, and it would change your whole program.
Yes, you are not saying it won't change. It will take part of your program.
No, it will change the whole program. You see, you're not, wait, that's now. You're not in the media. Ma'am, you're not in the media, so you don't understand. Like, I draw an example to you.
End of the media that is listening.
Yeah, but, and I'll show you an example to you.
Who make the radio station?
Yeah, but I'll show you another example. Sometimes I listen to Dale and Tony, right? Sometimes Tony might come plan to talk about something. And Tony Lee, who is a veteran, who in the radio business was about 50 years now, he's a dinosaur. Just tell you that he have to change. They have to change the whole program.
Tony and Dale, the thing, because I personally don't like their
and that's what I'm saying.
So that doesn't mean to say.
No, but I'm just showing you. No. I'm just showing you. I'm just showing you that in the media, you may plan a whole program. Let me tell you something. I don't come here and just sit down and just decide to talk about something, you know. I just do a research on my whole program. So when I hear people like you saying that, we just only, and sometimes you sit down, I sit down, my wife will be saying to me, oh gosh, put on that phone now, oh gosh, forget, because you want to come prepared to present something palatable to people. Palatable, something that.
What you're saying.
But when
sometimes if you're talking about something, a current affair, it does not have to take over your 2 hours, 3 hours. It does not.
You see, that is and caller, that is your.
Callers push surely in that direction, and you I listen to it
all right, caller.
Right?
Thanks very much. Yeah. Thanks very much. Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Pastor Google. Pastor Google, I observe that when the PDP callers call it, as few as they may be, why do they need to sound so rabid? If you're confident that Watson Solomon Juke is the best thing and the PDP is the best thing after sliced bread, when you call it, you should be able to have a conversation with the host or the listening public to tell us why you're so convinced that the PDP is the best thing. What do they plan to do? How they plan to do it, and what policies and all that. But they call in a job and nobody in. So the man who always calling, nobody is vexed with you. If you want to vote for PDP, that is your choice. We're still a democracy, and if we to vote who we want to vote. But if we have a different view, we will speak about the different view, and if you can bring your different view so that we can have a conversation and understand how you think it, we will have to go with what we think. And so every day calling in to sing over and over, PDP go win and PNM go low. That doesn't really make no sense with your voice alone. And your voice alone, I'm not sure I can wait. And I'm in my opinion, I am thinking probably you're paid to do that. That's why you have to call in to say that, because you don't stop, and I hope he's listening. You don't stop to have a conversation with the host when he's trying to tell that. So let us understand why you feel it is, that PDP will win and why them is the best thing. You don't, so we have to go with what we're saying. PDP not going to win. PNM is going to win by a landslide too. Watson Luke is going to lose. He might even lose his seat and all. And that's how I see it. And it's that Pastor Google Richard says, we are gone.
All right, thank you very much. And I want to say, there is constructive criticism and there is criticism for criticizing's sake, right? I would just say this, and I know that one of my friends is listening and she could attest to this. There are times that I would call her and I would say to her, girl, I want to do this program and I'm trying to find so-and-so information. My cousin, I'm sure if he's listening, I just have my cousin busy researching and finding stuff for me. So when people talking about criticism, there are constructive criticism and there are criticism that people just want you to just operate or do things the way they want you to do it because that's how they feel it should be done. So I feel they should just don't let the callers, but caller don't direct my program. Anybody who know me and listen to me on the radio know that no caller can call if I talking about pilau. No caller can call and talk about dumpling. Anybody who know that know me. I don't do that. I don't condone that. But you know what I don't like, or I may not accept, is that when you think that we just sit down here and just talk from the top of our head and just open the phone line and then let people just talk. Well, I don't know for nobody else. I don't do that. I don't do that. I don't know about nobody else. And I'm sure, I'm positive that my friend who's listening, I'm sure she knows that I'm not lying. I call her, I say, girl, I want to do this program. So I call my cousin, I say, boy, I want to do this. I want to put this together. And right now I'm working on a whole set. I went to Tobago. And I have a whole lot of pictures that I'm trying to put together to show you, because people saying that the PNM in office in Tobago 21 years and I have nothing to show. I have a friend. I said to her, up to last night I sent her the whole video of how I'm putting together the pictures. And then you have people will call you and tell you that they feel you just sit down here and just rap and just talk for nothing. Well, hear what? I want to show you all this. Last night I do this. Last night I was researching and I get this. I want to show you. Come on the live. I ain't getting no more calls right now. Let me take this one. I will take this one just because. Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Pastor Google.
Good afternoon.
Google. Pastor Google.
Oi.
What's wrong with that UNC PDP?
I don't know.
It's a case here, but you have to talk about the past in order to bring it future. Okay, Pastor Google?
All right, then. Thank you. Hello, good afternoon.
Google.
Yes, sir.
Let me say this, huh? The gentleman who called and is expressing confidence that the PDP might win.
Yeah.
Let us understand something.
And before you say that, I just want to say this to you. I want to say this to you too. That he has his right to call and express that view. But you know what I would appreciate of him if he's listening? Tell us why. You call him, call with a level of confidence and say why it is you believe that the PDP deserve your vote.
And that is the point I'm going to make. It would appear to me that there was a time when the result was 12-0.
Yeah.
Then the result became 10-2.
Yes.
And lately the result was 6-6.
Right.
And if it had not been for the independent candidate, it clearly would have shown that there would have been a court sale that took place. So, based upon that sort of trend, overwhelmingly and consistently, in spite of whatever they've been saying about Duke and whatever it is, so far, if you follow the way that the people are thinking, it's the same thing that went on with Warner. All of the allegations, before, during, and after, it didn't seem to stick, and you know what happened in the 2010 election. So the gentleman is probably looking at that kind of trend over the last couple of years.
So then,
and he's seen
which is very good for you to try to explain what I want to hear it from him. I would like for him to call him because he didn't say what you say there. You know what he said? One time he said to me that the PNM in office...
I want you to be aware of this. These days, good publicity can become bad publicity, and bad publicity can become good publicity. And it appears to me that all of the bad publicity that Duke is getting certainly might turn out to be that it's giving him very good publicity.
Well,
because for him to have leveled the score 6-6, he was able to make inroads and have 10-2, and now he's 6-6.
All right, well, let me just stop you there a minute.
There we go.
The bad publicity that Duke would have gotten, or you thinking that would have propelled Duke and they into getting 6 seats, right? Are you aware that some of the candidates who went up with Mr. Duke on the 6-6 were candidates from it's really all the opposition forces coming together, which would have dropped the party line and joined with Duke, like let's say like Pastor Terrence Baines. Pastor Terrence Baines was not a PDP. Pastor Terrence Baines is the political leader of I forget the name of the party that a lady started in Tobago. But in order for him what he did was drop the title, drop the party, and come under the PDP, and that would have gained momentum and allowed him to win, which is for a lot of other persons who would have done the same thing. But adding to that, remember the zipline bacchanal? And they started to call Miss Tracy Davidson Tricky Tracy. And now we're finding out that all of that drama, just like what you just said, that the negative publicity, you understand, would have gotten them now in with Miss Tracy, when they now find out that all the information that they got with Miss Tracy was fake and false. All right, I have to take another call. I have to take some other calls. I hear you, caller. Hello, good afternoon.
Good evening, Pastor Google. How are you doing, my friend?
You're calling the go along, get along gang pastor?
Well, you know, Pastor Google, I just listened to your program.
Okay.
And I read the book Quick to Listen, Slow to Speak.
Okay.
So I rather take the tact of listening attentively, before I decide to come and join in some programs. But Pastor Google, you have a right to run your program as you see fit.
Yeah.
And you are absolutely correct. You may come in the program to do a certain program, and while you are on air or you're coming to the studio, things change.
Yes.
Because I can say exactly the same thing about our program. As you know, we have a program on WZY 95.9 FM here in New Jersey, and it's called In the Village with the Dark Triplets. But Pastor Google, I see this election coming up here, right? And you guys have to address the elections in Tobago, right, between the PDP and the PNM.
Mm-hmm.
And I am a full supporter of the PNM, Pastor Google.
Well,
however,
people question that.
Well, people could question it what they want. And I want to say something, Pastor Google, on your program. If anybody in Trinidad and Tobago can prove that I'm not a supporter of the People's National Movement, I will donate 50,000 TT dollars to a charity of their choice. Let me repeat that, Pastor Google. If there is anyone in Trinidad and Tobago, or let me say if you're even in Grenada, or maybe say if you're in the United Kingdom, or if you're in any parts of the world, and anybody can prove that I am a UNC, I will donate 50,000 TT to a charity of their choice. You see, Pastor Google, that is the type of foolishness we have to stop when we're in the PNM. And let me say one other thing. You see, Pastor Google, people just come on this radio program and just be talking. And we need a little more, listen carefully, we need more critical thinkers who come into these programs on radio station who are PNM supporters. I'm not talking about UNC supporters, but I don't know much about them. We need more critical thinkers who are PNM supporters when they come on the program. And I'll give you one example, right? After this election, Pastor Google, after the December 6th election in Tobago, that's when it is, right?
Yeah.
Right? After December 6th election, whoever win. Pastor Google, I will not hear, and listen carefully, I will not hear one PNM supporter come on the radio program, come on a radio program and fight for the black disadvantaged people of Chumaka, Claventel, with a building sitting for a decade and a half, 3 buildings sitting for a decade and a half, unpainted, and an abandoned building since 2011. 4 years under the UNC and 6 years under the PNM. They don't come and fight for that. They're not fighting for that. Why they're not fighting for that? Why? Because you know what they say? If they fight for that, it might make their party look bad. So they're silent. Like they went to the dentist and they get 25 Novocaine injection and they have nothing to say about that, Pastor Go. That is my problem. If you are a critical thinker And if your party know that you are supporting them, you're supposed to give your party constructive criticism. And it's not just whatever your party tells you, you go along with it. If the party tells you the sky is green, you just go and regurgitate that the sky is green. And that is my problem, Pastor Google, in that it seemed to me that all of us are supporters, the PNM supporters, and we continue to support the PNM with whatever they give to us. And we don't think, some of us are not critically thinking enough in order for us to stand up for those who cannot stand up for themselves. Pastor Google, I say to the people of Trinidad and Tobago, especially the people of Chumaka Claventil, in the words of Eleanor Roosevelt, no one can make you feel inferior without your consent. Pastor Google, thank you for giving me the time. Have a fantabulous rest of the day.
Thanks for calling the Go Along Get Along Gang show.
Yeah.
And again, I want to let the people know, and I'm saying it with you on the line, that Wall Street can't lobby for me. He ain't my lobbyist. God is my lobbyist, right?
No, and Pastor, let me say something about that. Let me say something about that. You see, Pastor Google, that is the next thing to it. That is the next thing too. If I was to come and say something for you, all in a sudden people saying, "Oh God, Pastor Google said for him to talk to Pastor Google." Because you could talk for yourself. I just see things and I just call a spade a spade. People may not like it, or people may not like because, and I'll give you one other example before I go Pastor Google. You know where that UNC thing come from? That I'm a supporter of the UNC. On our radio program, we started a program for exile and stranded citizens during the pandemic because we saw people here in this country who were stranded, who were homeless, who were clothless, didn't have no money, and we at WZY 95.9 FM was providing financial support for them, emotional support to them, and I felt that the government I support wasn't fully 100 with respect to the policies they had implemented with respect to exile and stranded citizens. I tell the government, listen, or you can at least let fully vaccinated people come back to Trinidad and Tobago. It takes them months before they do that, months, and I stood up for that. So Pastor Go, if I see something happening to you, and I decided, you ain't gonna tell me what I go stand for. I decide that I will stand up for that. But you see, I think one of the problems that we have with our party, Pastor Google, is that they don't like independent thinkers. I'll leave on that note. Thank you very kindly, Pastor. Bye-bye.
All right. So I want to show you all a video because the caller said that we need to show what the PNM is doing. So I want to show you all something that the People's National Movement in the Tobago House of Assembly wants to achieve. All right? So you need to come on the live.
Government is not spending a dime on the Rocky Point Hotel. The $500 million investment, all of that is being met by private sector investors.
In the first instance, with the construction, there are about 700 jobs that are going to be created to facilitate a construction of a project of that nature. It's over 250 rooms, and it's spread out at a very extensive footprint, and therefore it will take a lot of employment. Construction workers, masons, joiners, and a number of persons, and up to about 700 people. You cannot discount the fact that when you have a property of that size, it's going to cause some connectivity with agriculture.
We did a survey some years ago, again, when I was on the LF committee, and we need a minimum of 1,500 rooms.
You can have both, and that's the important thing. The property exists within the ecosystem of Tobago, and what that means is that it's going to sell itself with the natural attributes of the destination.
Of course, Tobagonians will continue to have access to Mount Irving Beach.
No, it won't, because, as I say, you'll have additional seats coming in with the non-stop flights, as opposed to our double drop at the moment. So, no, I don't have any fear of that. And with the exposure that Marriott can give us, the marketing that Marriott can give us, we need to get into that USA market.
No, the only impact it will have on surfing and the dive sites is that there will be an enhancement of the surfing traditions and, of course, all the other water sporting activities in the area.
It is not going to solve it, but it's definitely going to move the needle significantly in a positive direction. We have challenges with the infrequency of airlift to international destinations. That, with that bank of rooms, is going to give us that added impetus. It's also going to give us the ability to earn additional foreign exchange.
Well, going back to the phone lines. So you all seeing what's happening, what development is happening into what's going to be happening in Tobago. Who's saying never see it or no? Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you, Pastor Google.
Good afternoon, sir. How are you?
Well, you know, I always listen, and this program is so important that those who don't want to get fucked, like the business. And I know I am confident in you. Once you want, I know it's fact coming through. You know, Pastor Google, I heard the last call again. And I understand what he's saying that I said. But it was a PNM. And you saying that there's PNM. How you could allow people like Ancient Ismail and them to be degrading your Prime Minister who is the head of the PNM? How you could allow that? I'm sure he heard about Ancient Ismail. I'm sure he heard how disrespectful he is. And last night, Ancient Ismail, I'm waiting to hear some of these commentators, you know, got a message of your own from a caller. A caller put him in any place with cockroach and rat and pointed out about a former commissioner of police where it had a certain segregated movements by him. And he started to back and saying, it's my program. Pastor Google, I'm still waiting on Ancient Ismail to apologize to the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago for telling us that children's heads were being shaven and put in containers on the port to be transported outside of Trinidad and Tobago when it was false and fake news. And the caller pointed out to him, everything is about he and I, and he couldn't take that. He ended up cutting off the man after he rallied with the man for a while, and the man was giving him pointers about the former commissioner of police, certain movements that he made, certain points that he had in the UNC, and he couldn't take that. That is what the last caller don't want to understand. Everybody else knows about the opposition. But you know, they don't talk about them at all. They go talk about where we go, where we had to do, and what we should do, and we had to do. Talk about the opposition, where anything that you're doing, don't shocking. I didn't hear that caller talk about when the same opposition and people talk again, Desperados getting a pan theater of the own that they could make money from. How come I hear that? That was nothing at all. The Prime Minister was on record saying that this is for the people of Laventille because Desperados is Laventille and Laventille is Desperados.
All right, but we really talking Tobago. We talking Tobago and we talking Tobago and we talking
well, you know, I'm coming in. Well, Tobago, they don't want to hear. They want to hear what you want to say about Tobago, but I would listen now.
All right.
Let them go ahead with the mantra. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Hello, good afternoon.
Yes, Google. I saw the video and I am very enthusiastic and looks very interesting. But we need to put it out on social media where the young people are gravitating to. Because
well, I got it from on social media, you know.
Oh, all right. So that's good because this time young people ain't know about radio. They may listening to radio. So the radio audience is more or less limited unless it's those young people station. And I think that is where the PNM and its media personnel need to be headed into these areas because the older people are getting older and you need that crop of young people to come in and fill the space where the elderly has accepted. I listened to the two callers. I agree very much with the guy from Tobago who talked about the progression of when they went from 12 to 10 to 6. And I want to know, my question, I don't know, I'm not in the political realm, but I want to know if the PNM did much research and went out there to find out what is the problem that these people, that the Tobagonians are turning to the opposition, whichever opposition, whether it's a conglomerate, whether it's just this one party or 3 or 4 parties are joined together, there must be something that is drawing the people to them. And what is either they're not receiving, they're not pleased, and why are they not pleased? Because I've seen a lot of things going on in Tobago. Dr. Rowley did a lot of work in Tobago, but something is lacking. That is why the people is gravitating. And did the PNM in Tobago do the groundwork since the 10-2? And when they come to the 6-6, do they know what is the problem? And if you don't know what is the problem, you cannot solve it. But do they know what is the problem? You can't say, well, okay, well, this one telling lies and they saying this one and that one and calling names. You have to find out what is the problem, why these people are gravitating to the oppositions, whatever it be, and fix it. The guy who called, I think you call him Wall Street, I agree with some of the things he said. People don't like critical thinkers. People, when they don't like you thinking out of the box, because they label you and they blame you. They call you a closet, this or whatever. Not everybody, and I don't like to spread blame across the board and calling people names, because some people have a brain in their head that they could think and they don't be following blindly. You could think and you could criticize, because if you have a family member, if you're in a family and your husband doing something, your children doing something, you criticize, you talk, you tell them where they go wrong. And if you're in a party or something, or in an association, or a company or whatever, and you cannot say to the people, look, now you're going wrong here, I don't like this or whatever, something is wrong with that. You must be able to voice your opinion in a nice way, in a respectful way, and you must be able to think outside the box, because sometimes everybody might be seeing one thing and you're seeing it different.
Okay,
thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Well, let me show you why. I'll show a video of what is the reason why they run into the PDP. Let me hear why they run into the PDP. Let's play some of the supporters of the PDP and hear what is their reason why they run into the PDP. Let's play it and let's hear it. Let's hear why.
So, I worked 14 years, veteran frustration. They sent me home since last March, the 19th, up to now, they come back yet. When you win a test, today was society court, not for getting made on the road. I want to hear them go in their office, them close, nobody walk. They're not nice. They're not nice. I'm feeling, I'm working, I'm victimizing. We are not in PNM. You will see that no more.
You will get it right.
Too much victimization going on in this country. If you're black, they're telling you that you're in with red, you can't get nothing. Too much victimization going on. And I'm talking about my experience because I'm going to
The process was pretty smooth for us. Dr. Faith and myself, we were pre-screened and pre-certified. Mr. Duke will have a little longer process because he was unable to get pre-certified, but he will be duly nominated today, and so I am happy to begin this journey yet again for the Progressive Democratic Patriots, and most importantly for Tobago.
Praise God. Can you tell us why he was unable to be pre-certified?
Well, the pre-certification date happened a week ago and occurred between 8 and 12 p.m. And he will...
All right, I'll be back to the phone lines. So the lady asked me, well, the lady said the PNM need to find out why it is the people going over to the PDP. Some of the reasons I hear a man say, we go back with beaches. A woman say victimization. And next woman, right? You know what? Let me just go to the phone lines, eh? So I'm going to the phone. Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Pastor Google. So a caller just now was asking what motivating those people to just gravitate towards the lies and, and something that just makes sense to them. And I think, Pastor Google, I think it's the unwillingness to produce. They can reproduce lies and innuendos and all kinds of stubbornness, but not to produce. There are so many things that people can do to recycle things, like the pallet, for instance, the tires. But, Pastor Grover, aside from that, you're hearing people who cannot even motivate people in their community, in their home, or their friends to produce something to make a better life. Be a fig tree, or what we call a banana tree, and produce something for your master now. When the master put that down in the earth, of course, it'd be a beautiful bunch of bananas. And you cannot even motivate people to behave that way. But you want to tell the government, responsible, well-trained, knowledgeable, and good at what they're doing, how to run a country, and you can't do it to your home or your community. Then, what we can think about you.
All right. Thank you very much. Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Pastor Google. How you doing?
How you doing, man? What's going on?
I see it always listening.
I see it from my way.
No. I listening, man. And I want to tell the people of the PNM that they say all these things about Wall Street. Wall Street probably have a personal situation with the Laventille, Schumacher thing. But Wall Street is a diet PNM. Wall Street is defend Eric Williams to the last, and I can tell you that. Yeah? So, only love, show Wall Street some love. Understand him, right? But what I call for Pastor Google, the Tobago situation, Pastor Google, I will tell you something. It was 6-2 or whatever, or 10-2, then it turned 6-6. Pastor Google, you know what happened in Tobago? Pastor Google, Tobagonians is peaceful people. Tobagonians are people will invite you to the home and you can stay there as long as you want. They will never tell you leave and they will feed you. Tobagonian is loving people. Tobagonian is not rowdy and angry people, right? And Pastor Google, for the past couple years that passed, it had some things happened that angered people of Tobago. And if the PNM ain't come out and do the right thing, Pastor Google, sooner or later, you see people just talking, Pastor Google, but they don't want to talk the truth. The PNM could be loved in Tobago, but the PNM has angered a lot of Tobagonians. And now if they don't, do the right thing, they could pay the price. Let me get serious.
What do you think? What do you think is the thing that angered them?
Pastor Google, we all know that the Tobago, the whole seabridge with the boats and all, the Tobagonian, a lot of people felt it.
Yeah, but they got three boats.
Yes, Pastor Google, but
actually they have four. Wait, actually they have 4 boats working on that sea bridge, and that is why. Let me tell you this. Right? And that is why.
No, we're not arguing, right?
No, I'm arguing. I'm telling you that they have 3. Yes. They have the Galleon's Passage, the TNT Spirit, they have the ATP James, and they have some other boats. So they have 4 boats. Okay. 4 boats. But wait, and I just want to say this to you, that when they got the 4 boats, right, the general election came up, and they voted overwhelmingly for the 2 candidates, Shamfa Kojo and Miss Ayana Webster Roy.
Pastor Google, but we are talking about what angered them and upset them.
Well, and that would have angered them, yes, but
they're saying maybe at the point in time, Pastor Google, some people that depended, they just figured that it took too long for the government was to reach the needs, right? Let me talk real.
Yeah, but I'll tell you this, I'll tell you this. Also, I'll say this to you. From my visit in Tobago and interacting with people in Tobago, a lot of people in Tobago did not vote. That is how it ended up. That is how it ended up 6-6. A lot of people in Tobago, just like how they said that they feel they done win already. We done win already. We ain't going nowhere. We done win already. We only need we vote for.
But some people didn't vote because, as I say,
you don't know that for sure. No, you don't know that for sure.
Yes,
they did not say. Listen to me.
Some people, and
there are people.
There are Tobagonian people would call and.
But there are Tobagonians who call last. You don't listen to my program. There are Tobagonians who called in. Well, and what did you hear on Monday?
The ones who just call is PNM. The ones who just call is PNM. I just listen to them.
All right then. Well, let me give some of them a chance to call.
But all I am saying, Pastor Google, all I am saying is the PNM had to show them, if it's 80,000 people on the island of Tobago, show them a little more love and caring and hold the island together.
But if I show you some videos, listen to this. If I show you some, and tomorrow you're going to see it. You want to talk about, let me tell you something. Somebody thinks, yeah, but, and that's why, and you know what Tobagonians, I know what some of them said? Most Tobagonians I spoke to said that under Dr. Rowley is where they get the most development. And I have pictures, and let me tell you something. Let me tell you this, and I'll tell you this. They took me to places to show me.
Right.
They took me to places they never had. Let me tell you what some of the things that they never had. One person said to me that they have a place where you get gravel and thing now. Where a long time they used to have to come to Trinidad to get gravel to mix the cement and all that. The guy carried me straight up into the place where they just blast the place to get cement and to get gravel and all kind of thing. He said, under Dr. Rowley, this is what happened. He said, under Dr. Rowley, look, I could show you. We have in Barbados Bay, we have a jetty where we could export the gravel to places to Grenada and all these places.
And that's a good thing, Pastor Google. But look at, I never know that all these things happening. So again, not just focus. We want the people not to just focus on what Watson Duke and them doing. Explain to the people, because a lot of the beginners don't know these things too as well, Pastor Google.
Well, I'm going to show it tomorrow. I'm going to show it tomorrow. Join me tomorrow at 11 o'clock, and I am going to show you all the pictures and all the pictures that I would have taken out, and all the pictures and all the things that I saw for myself. That Dr. Rowley and the Tobago House of Assembly would have done. Half of them things, brother man.
And that is great. But again, Pastor Google, let me look at the seriousness of this election. 6-6 is not no joke. And it's not something to play with.
All right, sir.
All right? So let the PNM understand we need to love the island and the Trinidad and Tobago a little more. That's all.
All right, Brooklyn. I'm going to say something else, but then I know you get vexed. I'm going to say PNM Brooklyn. Hello, good afternoon. caller. Hello. All right, caller, you have to call me back. I don't know what happened to you there. I just talked to Brooklyn good on the same phone line. All right, there's a little baby girl that is 2 years old celebrating her birthday today, and I want to wish her happy birthday. All right, so I hope that she is listening. I know that Granny and everybody is listening, so I want to wish baby girl happy birthday. I need to do this. If I don't do this, baby girl wouldn't like Uncle Google anymore. All right, baby girl would be very upset with Uncle Google. So I need to play this birthday greeting from Grandma and Grandpa and everybody who loves baby girl. I need to do this ASAP before I leave here today. All right? I know that baby girl, everybody's, their whole house is locked on and listening to the Street 919 FM. In the meanwhile, while I'm looking for baby girl, let me take this call. Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Pastor Google. I want to know if those are the people that he called the Mumu, because I can understand if you were to vote for because the beach is open. I wonder if there are the people we call the Mumu, because I can't understand how people are so eager to vote for this honest person like what Duke and his young.
Wow, I hear you. I hear you. All right.
Something for the head.
Thank you very much.
So I find that lady. The face, she always know the right thing. You have a blessed day.
Thank you. All right, so this is the birthday greeting I want to play for baby girl. Listen, baby girl, 2 years old today.
Good morning, Pastor Google. I would just like to wish my granddaughter, Dominic Amaya Miracle Edwards, a happy...
Dominic Amaya Miracle Edwards.
She's really a miracle. And
so, Dominic Amaya Miracle Edwards, happy birthday to you, Grandma, and everybody want to wish you happy birthday. She's 2 years old today, and she loved 91.9. Love to listen to 91.9. All right? Lady said something just now. I want to play this for you. I want to play a video for you, and this will be my closing video. Jump on Facebook and on YouTube, and everybody wants to know why. You know, the Bible talks about this, you know. And you know, it's strange that people who believe in God and believe in the word of God forget that there are people, the Bible says, people will call wrong right and right wrong. Right? But I want to play this for you, a pastor. Listen to this, pastor. And this will be my closing remarks for today. Listen to this, pastor. Listen to him carefully, yeah? I love it.
What is the difference between the ordinary thief and a political thief? Number one, the ordinary thief steals your money, your bag, your watch, and your jewelry, isn't it? But the political thief steals your future, your career, your education, your health, and your business. Number two, the hilarious part is that the ordinary thief will choose whom to rob. But you are the one who choose the political thief to rob you. Because we choose them. We vote them. We blindly say we are not blind. Who is deceiving who? The ridiculous part of the whole issue is that we will fight to defend and protect our belongings from the ordinary thief. Is it not? But we fight each other to defend and protect the political thief. Is that not what we do? Thugs will be fighting themselves to protect those that are stealing our career, stealing our joy, stealing our health, stealing our success. What a shame. What a travesty. It calls for us to think and think deep. The stage we are in as a country is not a stage where you become an onlooker. You have become an onlooker for too long. You must get ready to put your hands to the plow and be part of the process. It's not just about PVC, carry PVC. You must be in the kitchen where it is being determined. You must be there where the decisions are being made. If we are there in our numbers, they cannot outnumber us. But you leave it aloof. Oh, no, it's too dirty. It's a dirty game. And then the dirty guy is getting to the game of play. And you are there not showing up. And when they begin to make the decisions, you will know whether it's a dirty game or not.
Yes.
The result is always dirty on yours.
Yes.
Dirty on your health, dirty on your business, dirty on your success and your career. I hope that is stirring up something in you.
I want to totally agree with Pastor today. And I want to say to the listeners of the Street 919 FM, that is why I endorse the young man that I interviewed today. Endorse him fully. Because you want to sit down and bad talk the Prime Minister. Say all kind of nasty things as a pastor about the Prime Minister and who he evil and he wicked and Satan controlling him. But you wouldn't get out of your church and come and represent people in righteousness. You wouldn't do that. Look, let me go from here. Have a good afternoon, Trinidad and Tobago. God bless you. Talk to you tomorrow. Please, God. Tomorrow we're going to talk about the things that I just told you. Show you videos on things that happened in Tobago. Show you pictures that I see with my own two eyes.